Resident Evil 1 is more dynamic in terms of plot and cutscenes than people give it credit for. It is really impressive the effort Capcom went into considering this was the first game in a new IP, as well as a fairly early PS1 release in '96. Of course, there's no denying the voice acting is atrocious and comical at times. There is still a really deep story to be found. I have already done the Jill version of this video. If you haven't already, please check it out. Her time in the mansion has around 60 scenes, while Chris has over 70. Some of the triggers for Chris are so specific that people who know where they are going, and especially speedrunners, will never see them. Although Resident Evil 2 is probably my favourite Resident Evil game of all time, every scene is static. Resident Evil 3 does have its choices, but they are still nowhere near as subtle as this game. The problem with all of these different triggers is that they are not well explained and really difficult just to do by accident. Chris has at least 4 specific playthroughs to see everything, and that's if you follow the flow chart to the letter. I ended up playing the PlayStation 1 original, then the director's cut, and the Sega Saturn version to get absolutely everything. You will sometimes notice the graphical changes between the PlayStation 1 and Saturn. I even threw in a couple of DualShock edition scenes, because why not? If you can't handle Resident Evil at its worst, then you don't deserve it at its best. Like I said in Jill's video, I bet every viewer will see at least one new thing in this video, and I'd love it if you left a comment to tell me which one it was. I'm going to show you every scene in all of its glory recorded with original hardware, apart from the CGI scenes which were ripped from the Seamless HD project. Where something needs an explanation, I will give it. All scenes will be played out in full, so there is some repetition at times, but generally every single scene is different. Before I start, thanks to everyone for the response on the Jill video. I did it purely for my own entertainment, but it does look like a lot of people enjoyed it too. I've got plans to do a lot more of these niche type of Resident Evil videos, and I'd be delighted if you subscribed and left a comment with your thoughts on this, with any other ideas. I've been a fan of Resident Evil from the very beginning. The lore and the old classics in particular are my favourites. So let's get going with the very first scene before you even set foot in the mansion located on the outskirts of Raccoon City. We start, of course, with one of the greatest opening cinematics in a video game that you'll probably ever see in all of its live-action glory. The version I've got for you is the Seamless HD, and it's the uncensored version, so sit back and enjoy.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
You haven't found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil.
The first proper scene in the game is Barry. Where's Barry? It's static. It will always happen.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Return to the main hall before going to see the first zombie, and Wesker will send you back out again.
Investigate if you hear any gunfire.
Investigate the mansion as normal and you'll bump into the first zombie, which is an unavoidable static scene. Head back to the main hall and you get another static scene where Chris is looking for Jill and Wesker.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
If you try and leave the mansion, the dogs will stop you. This is an optional scene. On the director's cut version, if you go and see Forrest, he will come back to life. Unlike the Jill scenario, there is no drama involving the crush room. For Chris, if he makes a mistake, he can just leave. Meeting Rebecca somewhere is a requirement in the game, and where you meet her and then what you do after you meet her has huge implications to almost every cutscene for the rest of the game. You do not get locked in or out of a specific ending at this point, but it does start a chain of events that can lead to that happening. Go and see Rebecca in the Serum room, and as usual you'll be asked no or yes. This is the scene that plays out when you say no. The implications of selecting this is that Rebecca will save you outright if you get bitten by Yawn, but you'll be forced to fight Plan 42 by yourself.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the STARS Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but
I see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight. Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
It's pretty dangerous outside. Let me take care of it.
I understand. For now, I'll wait here, since there are a lot of chemicals in this room and they might be useful. Well, I'll look over the chemicals.
This is the same scene, except you say yes. And if you do say yes, it means that when you do, or if you do get bitten by Yawn, that you'll have to control Rebecca to go and get yourself the serum later on. But you will get some extra help to fight Plant 42 later.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the Stars Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight. Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
If you choose not to meet her in the Serum room, then you'll meet her with the Richard room. The Serum had a yes-no option, and when you first meet her with Richard, you don't get an option, but what you do with the Serum is essentially the choice you make.
Who are you?
I'm Chris of Alpha Team. I've come to rescue you. Richard, what happened?
Chris, this house is too dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
Richard, don't talk. He seems to have been bitten by a poisonous snake, but the size of the wound is abnormally large.
It's not just a poisonous snake. It's a monster.
Richard, he needs serum, but we left it in another room.
Okay, I'll go.
Hurry, please.
I will. Wait here. I'll be back soon.
If you bring it back with less than 7 minutes taken off the clock, then this is the scene that plays out. Rebecca has a little bit more involvement with you still in the mansion later with the Serum, and you'll get some extra help with Plan 42 as well.
Here's the Serum. Is he all right?
Yes, he is. Thanks. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Chris, here's a radio. Take it.
Richard! No!
Richard!
Rebecca, be careful.
Richard! Richard! Are you...
Rebecca, it's very dangerous out here. Will you come with me?
I'd like to stay here a little bit longer.
Okay, Rebecca. Can you use a gun? I'll look for the others. Protect yourself.
Chris, be careful, please.
Take longer than 7 minutes to bring the serum back and Richard will just die proper. There's a lot of fairly negative implications for doing so. It means that if you're bitten by Yawn, you'll have to save yourself. You'll have to fight Plant 42 by yourself. You'll pick up the radio much later and miss out on a scene. And it means that because Rebecca doesn't come with you to the guardhouse, she'll be attacked by a hunter in the Eastern Library on your return to the mansion from the guardhouse. The Closeted Zombie is quite a memorable cinematic for me because it genuinely did give me a bit of a jump scare when I played it all the way back in 1996. It is semi-static. You can always trigger it as long as you read the diary. The piano room scene is a static scene, but you do get a choice of whether you want to let Rebecca practice or not. The choice you make has absolutely no impact whatsoever apart from changing a line in the scene, but the next scene is what happens when you say yes.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
See? Just relax and play.
All right.
This is the scene that plays out if you say no, she will practice anyway.
It's me, Chris.
Are you all right?
Yes, I have decided not to grieve any longer. Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Let's go back and look for them at once.
All right.
Rebecca.
I know, but just a little longer.
Regardless of if you say yes or no to Rebecca to practice, she will complete Moonlight Sonata when you return. The trigger to actually make her complete is just that you need to go back to the main hall at some point. So if this is the last thing you need to do, all you need to do is go back to the main hall, come back here and she'll have completed it. But normally in speedruns and so on, you've got plenty of other things to get on with while she's practicing.
Chris! Chris! You like it?
Oh, that was great.
What is that?
Personally for me, I always found Yawn to be a bit of a run breaker because of how janky the whole room is, and his movements and trying to avoid a bite seemed and still seems quite impossible, but this is his legendary introduction into the game. Do enough damage to Yawn and he will scuttle away, has no implications whatsoever, and it doesn't affect the second fight. If you met Rebecca in the Serum room and you said no, and you get bitten by Yawn, she will save you outright and take you all the way to the Serum room and heal you.
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
Chris!
Is that you, Rebecca?
Chris, are you all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
My head is killing me.
I think you'll be all right because I gave you a shot. But please stay out of trouble.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
Chris, take care.
If you met Rebecca in the Serum room and said yes, or met Rebecca with Richard and brought Richard the serum in 7 minutes or less, then Rebecca will be tasked with getting the serum for Chris after he faints.
Chris!
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
I'm sure the serum must be there. I'll be right back.
If Rebecca brings the serum back in less than 6 minutes, she'll give Chris a shot and save him. However, there is a small detail that has an implication later that I'll cover in this one. There are 2 things that you can do, or 3 things rather. You can bring it back in less than 4 minutes and Rebecca will join you in the guardhouse later. If you bring the serum back between 4 and 6 minutes, the scene will play out exactly the same, but she will not be in the guardhouse later.
you all right?
Yeah. What happened?
You were bitten by a poisonous snake. Are you okay?
My head is killing me.
I think you will be all right because I gave you a shot. But please be careful.
You saved my life. I owe you one.
Take more than 6 minutes to bring the serum back as Rebecca, and Chris will die.
Chris!
If you met Rebecca with Richard and took more than 7 minutes with the serum, which meant that he was already dead before you got there, and you were bitten by Yawn, you will have to go and get your own serum.
Am I poisoned? Damn it, give me serum.
If you met Rebecca with Richard and brought the serum back in time, and killed the dogs in the first courtyard, you will get your first radio call from Brad.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Please respond. What the hell? Is nobody out there?
This is Chris.
This is Brad. Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Anybody, answer me. This is
Damn, it's broken.
If you know where you're going with Neptune and go straight to the door you're supposed to, you won't actually trigger this video. So to trigger the Neptune CGI video, you've got to dawdle a little bit. And the interesting part here is that it's always Jill's legs, regardless of who is it that triggers it. To get a solo Plant 42 battle, you've got to do a couple of things. First, if you say no to Rebecca in the serum room, but take 4 to 6 minutes as Rebecca to bring the serum to Chris if you get bitten by Yawn, you will fight solo Plant 42. The other one is if you let Richard die. Rebecca can also help you with Plan 42 by making V-JOLT, which effectively takes one phase of Plan 42 out of the equation. To trigger her help, you need to say yes in the serum room, or bring the serum to Richard on time, and take less than 4 minutes to bring the serum to Chris as Rebecca if you picked the serum room option.
No, it's no use. The roots of it are in the basement. You can... Whoa!
Chris!
Take this vial with you. Use the information in it in order to make the potion. And kill the root. Becca, please.
This scene is just what it looks like when Rebecca does apply V-JOLT. After the fight, if you chose the Richard hallway route with Rebecca and you gave Chris the serum in less than 4 minutes, then this is the scene afterwards. She won't give you the radio because you already have it from Richard.
Oh, I can't believe it. Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
I guarantee it.
Well, I think I can make another potion. I'll go back to the pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago. Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe.
This is one of the most intriguing scenes coming up. After Plan 42, if you met Rebecca in the serum room and you said yes, and then when Rebecca is going to get Chris the serum and you give it to him in less than 4 minutes, this scene will trigger. But the interesting thing to note here is how Rebecca describes meeting up with Richard and actually exploring some of the mansion together before his eventual demise. So this gives a bit of insight that Rebecca and Richard did obviously do stuff in the mansion before Chris and Jill entered, before things went a bit awry, but also how it wasn't Rebecca that just stumbled upon Richard when he was dying in the Richard scene.
Oh! I can't believe it! Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem. Saved again.
I just...
Really, thank you.
You'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?
I guarantee it.
Well, Chris, this is Richard's radio. We received communication from Brad at the courtyard a little while ago, but he is still flying around in the sky. He obviously couldn't hear our voices. Maybe his radio is broken.
I see. Understood. I'll keep it. We should somehow let Brad know we're here.
At the pharmaceutical room I found a little while ago, I think I will be able to make something. Anyway, Chris, I'm glad you're safe.
Meeting up with Wesker in the guardhouse is a static scene and it will always happen, and there are no variations, which is different from the Jill scenario.
Wesker!
Chris, you're alive.
My words exactly. Where's Jill? Aren't you with Jill?
I'm sorry. We were attacked by a strange monster. I lost track of her while we were scouting around. I hope she's okay.
I see. Well, it's not your fault. This place is crazy. If we stay here, all of us will end up dead. What should we do, Wesker?
We have to complete this mission. Whether we escape or stay and look for Jill, we don't have many bullets left, and we can't even protect ourselves. We are still in trouble. Chris, there are a lot of locked rooms in that house. Check them out one more time. There must be a place to hide safely. I'll look around the house a little more.
Okay.
Let's get going.
This is the second possible Brad radio call if Richard gave you the radio in the first place, or the first one if Rebecca gave it to you after Plan 42. Basically, get the radio from Richard or Rebecca and clear the dogs in this corridor to hear it.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me,
This is Chris. Brad, can you hear me? Damn!
So to pick up the STARS radio yourself, you have to not get the radio from Richard because you've taken the Serum room route, or you don't get it from Rebecca because she didn't follow you to the guardhouse because you took 4 to 6 minutes to bring Chris to Serum. Then you'll pick up the radio in this corridor.
What? It must be a STARS radio. It's a little bit broken, but it might still be usable. I'll take it with me.
The Hunter's CGI intro scene is static and it will always happen in this place. You're now at the second important juncture of how the scenes are going to play out for the rest of the game when you get back into the mansion. After you see the Hunter and you go to your next room or you kill the Hunter, if Chris says absolutely nothing, then Rebecca will live until the rest of the game. If there is a scene, Chris will make it clear which part of the house you need to go to. The second thing is you need to go to one of those rooms quickly, and once you get into that room and you see the Hunter, you must save her. If you do not, Rebecca will die and all the scenes for the rest of the game will be impacted and you will be permanently locked in to the bad ending. If you met Rebecca in the Serum room and said no, she doesn't follow you to the guardhouse, and when you return to the mansion, she will be attacked by a Hunter on the west side of the mansion.
What are they? Monsters? Rebecca! Is she still in the house?
This is a tricky one to trigger. If you said yes in the Serum room, but you took 4 to 6 minutes as Rebecca to bring Chris his Serum, or you took over 7 minutes with Richard's Serum on that route, then she will be attacked by a Hunter on the east side on your return to the mansion, as she never went to the guardhouse in the first place.
What are they? It's Rebecca! She must be upstairs!
If it is the west that Rebecca was attacked and you get there in 3 minutes or less, she will be in the Serum room and you won't have to engage with the Hunter.
Rebecca!
Chris!
Thank God you're safe!
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in great danger. We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Yes, I can!
Good luck.
Yes, sir! I'll do my best!
Take your time to get there, as in more than 3 minutes, and she'll be instead under the stairs and you'll have to engage a Hunter to save her. This is the scene if you do kill that Hunter and save her.
Rebecca! Rebecca!
Chris!
Thank God you're safe!
I'm sorry that you were worried about me.
We are in great danger. We must organize a search for the others and get the hell out of here. Understood?
Yes, sir!
Okay, I'll go first. Proceed with your own judgment. All right? Can you do it?
Yes, I can!
Good luck.
Again, take your time, but don't rescue her and try and leave the room and come back. She will scream, and when you do come back, she will just be dead. To trigger this scene, don't save Richard. Be slow with the serum when you control Rebecca, as in 4 to 6 minutes, and she will be in the library on the east side. Reach Rebecca in 3 minutes or less, and this scene will play out. When she is in the East Library, reach her and ignore her, and I think I'll let the scene say the rest here.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there? Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
This isn't technically a scene, but the Sega Saturn version has an exclusive monster called the Tick, which is a reskinned hunter, and this is how it's introduced. If you get all the mole discs and go and see Jill before going into the elevator to see the Tyrant, you will get an exclusive scene here that also changes the scene when you actually release it when the doors are unlocked.
Chris!
Jill!
Chris, Wesker, he is...
I know. Shoot, it doesn't open. Look, Jill, wait here. I'll save you.
Okay, I'll wait.
If you triggered the hunter attack in the west side of the mansion, this is a scene that plays out before you get into the elevator with Rebecca.
Chris!
Rebecca, you're safe.
I saw you in the garden. I've caught up with you at last.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
If Rebecca was attacked in the east side and you saved her, this is a scene that plays out before the elevator.
Chris!
Rebecca, you're safe.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Don't go out alone.
Yes, sir.
If you've kept Rebecca alive so far and you're going to see Wesker, this is the scene that plays out.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Really?
Yeah, like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move! If you do, I'll kill you. Chris, I have something to show you. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too. What? Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me!
The dialogue before releasing Tyrant is very different when it's just Chris and Wesker. It's much more fleshed out in regards to Wesker's relationship with Umbrella, and also there's a little bit of shock in Wesker's voice when Chris suggests that he might have actually killed Enrico. This is a little bit odd.
Chris, as my subordinate, you have wonderful talent.
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
What do you mean?
Since when have you been an Umbrella agent? And a traitor to the stars?
Now you're wrong. I was formerly with Umbrella, yes. But now I'm prepared to face anything. Even getting rid of you vigilante stars.
Now, the worst possible situation has occurred. The failure of the experiment created a virus, a biological weapon, polluting the entire lab.
No, the worst happened with the Tyrant virus. I lost some of my STARS team members because of it.
You killed them with your own hands. Did you kill Enrico?
Enrico? I'll destroy the stars myself, including you. The fact is, Umbrella does not know what to do with the Tyrant virus. We have orders to blow up this laboratory, and it's not a bad idea. But I think we should save this important research for future use.
You think you can disappear with such important material?
Would you like to see it? Come with me. I'm sorry for my lack of manners, but I'm not used to escorting men. Now, walk.
Is this?
That's right. This is the ultimate life form. Tyrant! Chris? Stop it.
Wesker, you're pitiful. This is your savior? You say this failure is your savior?
You can make sure yourself whether Tyrant is a failure or not. Go to hell. Jill will join you too.
What?
Don't come this way! No!
You can't kill me!
On the Chris scenario on the Sega Saturn version, there is a surprise right at the end after you kill the Tyrant. This is a scene that plays out if you have kept Rebecca alive and you've defeated one or both of the Tyrants.
Wow!
Ha! It seems like this bulletproof jacket is pretty strong.
I see.
How about Captain Wesker?
He is sleeping with the ultimate failure. Hurry up! I want to get out of here.
Excuse me, Chris.
What, Rebecca?
I saw a research file in this lab. It said that a great deal of research on the Tyrant virus exists right here. We should blow this place up.
We are already into it over our heads. Rebecca, can you do it?
Yes, sir. I'll set off a triggering system for a bomb.
Okay, now we have a chance to escape. See you outside the house.
If you've got all the mode discs and haven't already gone to see Jill, this is a scene that plays out when you go and rescue her properly.
Jill, are you there?
Chris?
Jill, you're all right.
Yes. Wesker is here. He's...
Oh, I know. Anyway, let's get out of here.
But if you did go and see her before going to see the Tyrant, you get a slightly different conversation when you save her.
Jill! Sorry for making you wait.
Chris! I knew I could trust you.
Let's go. There's no need to stay.
The final radio call from Brad will happen regardless of where you got the radio and how many people you've saved.
This is Brad. I have a fuel shortage. Okay, this is the last try. If somebody's alive, please send a sign.
The following 3 scenes are the variations of how many people you've saved at the point where the monsters come after you just before you take the elevator to the heliport.
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca! Brad's up in the helicopter!
Look at those monsters!
Let me take care of them!
But...
Chris, get in contact with Brad right away!
Okay!
There is 3 minutes until explosion. I made it! I set off the triggering system to the bomb!
Great! Rebecca! Brad's up in the helicopter! Look at those monsters!
Chris, if Brad is in the helicopter, get in contact with him by any means!
But...
I'll hold back the monsters!
Okay, I trust you.
Trust me!
Let me take care of them!
But...
Chris, get in contact with Brad right away!
Okay.
In case it wasn't common knowledge, the only way that you will fight Super Tyrant is if Rebecca is alive. It does not make a difference whether Jill is alive or not. If Rebecca's not alive when you light the flares, absolutely nothing happens. The next few scenes are all the endings, going from best, good, bad, and absolutely worst. There are some variations, and some really good ones as well, between each and all of them. This case was what, Chris?
Are you tired, Rebecca?
Sorry, Chris. I am.
You did a really good job. This case was just too weird. This case was...
If you've kept Rebecca alive, she will set off the self-destruct sequence and the mansion will explode. If you didn't, then the Tyrant escapes. And with this, that's the last scene in Chris's scenario on the original 1996 Resident Evil. I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that you've actually seen something that you've never seen before, or at least an explanation for something that you've always wondered. I do want to do more of this type of videos in the future. Please leave a comment, just tell me what you thought, and obviously subscribe for the channel if you enjoy this type of content and want me to keep doing a bit more. Thank you very much again.